There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is the Wide World of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday night. It is 7 o'clock, and we are officially 24 hours out from Nebraska versus Minnesota as the Huskers travel up to Minneapolis to face the Minnesota Golden Gophers led by PJ Fleck. And right now, all of Nebraska is thinking about one thing, and that is Nebraska football. So what I decided to do tonight was just basically take a look at the depth chart and just go over the players and just so we all could familiarize ourselves with the player, the number, and just a little bit about them and where they're from and, you know, what we're looking forward to seeing them perform, you know, this season. So we'll just start out on the offensive side of the ball and we'll just work our way down to the special teams. So we'll start right now. So our first position that we are going to look at for Nebraska is the left tackle position. The left tackle position will be anchored by Turner Corcoran. He's a 6'6", 310-pound junior from Lawrence, Kansas. We've spoke about this on the drive in the mornings that Turner Corcoran's a major key factor to keeping the backside of the quarterback clean. Looking for a big year out of him. I think the working out in the weight room, the mobility, having the knee braces off. I think Turner Corcoran can have a really strong year for Nebraska. So he'll be the number one guy there at left tackle. And he wears number 69. And then we have number 77. He's number 2 on the depth chart right now, and that's Gunnar Gatula. He's a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska, Southeast. 6'5", 295-pound freshman. What can you say? A true freshman and already number 2 on the depth chart at Nebraska. I know the depth, hasn't been there over the years, but hopefully we can have this freshman get a chance to really watch Turner Corcoran play. Hopefully there's no injuries or anything like that. And Gunnar can get some early playing time this year, and so we can see him. We can see him out there. Hopefully we can get a few games early in the year where we might be able to get a lead where he can get some playing time. And then right now, and he wears number 77. And then at number 3 on the depth chart right now is Teddy Prochaska, wears number 65. He's a sophomore from Elkhorn, Nebraska. They have him at 6'10", 325 pounds. He's just a mountain of a man. I think right now they just have him at number 3 just for him to get healthy. I still think that Teddy is going to play a huge part in this Nebraska offensive line this year. If it's not starting, I think they can put him in a tight end like they did his true freshman year, where they had him put him in motion, and he can really help the running game this year. Now, hopefully they'll just take the time, make sure to get Teddy healthy and get him back there out on the field. At left guard, we have the starter wearing number 57, but if you recall, Ethan Piper did earn a single-digit number. So we have Ethan Piper, number 57. He's a 6'3", 305-pound junior from Norfolk. I think, once again, offensive line, I think they're going to make marked improvements. I think under the coaching of Donnie Raiola, I think they've had a year with him now, and I just think that the Nebraska football team offensive line is going to make some positive strides this year. And I think a lot of that will come with Ethan Piper and his leadership and dedication that he's shown, not only in the weight room, just what he's done to make himself a better football player. And then at left guard, the number 2, we have Sam Sledge, also a true freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. As you recall, Sledge's father played for Nebraska, so he's seen it. He's been around it, his entire life. He's heard about the famed pipeline. So I look forward to, Sam Sledge. I like with Gunnar Gatula. I hope we can get some leads and some games early in the year where we can get these guys some playing experience. And if anything, hold them. If they can play 4 games, and maybe if we can, make it to a bowl game, maybe you can save that freshman year if they don't have to play, which I would think would be on the mind of the coaching staff. But we'll see how it plays out. If injuries happen, sometimes you can't control that. So there's always that situation where they might, be instilled as a starter, as a freshman. But if they somehow where they could save them, so they wouldn't have to redshirt, I think that'd be very advantageous to Nebraska football to maybe that they can save a couple of these guys as redshirts. Then we got at center, we got the transfer from Arizona State. Number 66, and Sam Sledge wears number 76, by the way. Sorry about that. But we got the center, Ben Scott. He wears number 66. He's the transfer from Arizona State. I just think that Ben Scott's going to have a huge year for Nebraska. I think the leadership that he's going to provide, the offensive line, you always hear about the center being the captain of the offense. And I really think that Ben Scott's going to be that guy that's really going to anchor this Nebraska offensive line, wearing number 66. And then again, we have a redshirt freshman at second string center wearing number 51, and that's Justin Evans Jenkins. Heard a lot of good things from the coaching staff. I think it's going to be huge for Justin Evans Jenkins to get a chance to watch Ben Scott play. Just being around a guy that's got a ton of football experience, and then you're gonna have Justin Evans Jenkins soaking up all of his knowledge. I think that's going to be huge for Nebraska football. And then at right guard, we have Nore, and I always butcher his last name, so I'm just saying Nore Noeli. Ooh, I think I might have said that right. But we got Nore at right guard. We've all heard about Nore and what he faced last year. He'll be wearing number 63, 6'4", 315. He is a senior. I'm going to tell you what. I think this is a huge year for Nore. Last year, he really wanted to play. He took everything in stride. I just think he could have been negative about it, but he admitted he made a mistake. But I look forward to Nore to have a huge year and actually, have a chance to catapult him into, maybe playing some professional football, once this year concludes. But more than that, he's been out of football for a year. He's ready to hit somebody, and I'll be looking forward to the Minnesota game to be aggressive, not play out of control, but to be aggressive. And I think that's what Nore's going to bring a lot to this offensive line this year. And then he wears number 63, and then at right guard, at number 2 right now, we have Henry Latovsky, 6'6", 325-pound sophomore, wearing number 59. As you recall, last year Henry got some good playing time last year for this Nebraska football team, and that's always a good thing. He's got some experience. We got some depth at this position. If say something does happen in Nore, we hope nothing does happen, but if it does, we know that Henry has some experience, and that's always a good thing. So I think the right guard position is pretty solid on this year's team. Okay, now we're going to move out to right tackle. At right tackle, we got the 6'9", 315-pound junior, Bryce Benhart. He'll be wearing number 54 for Nebraska. Bryce Benhart, I just think that last year it snowballed on him. I just felt like some things went wrong, and it just continued to go wrong, and he struggled. And it I don't know if it was fair to him, but to be singled out. But I think that Bryce Benhart is going to be one of those guys that taking off those knee braces is going to be huge for him. It's going to give him some more explosiveness. He's going to be able to get lower. I mean, playing at 6'9", 315 pounds, that's a big man and really tall. And those knee braces, they keep you from, your full flexibility. So once again, I think Bryce Benhart has an opportunity here to make some serious strides. And if he does, that is going to make Nebraska so much better on the offensive line. So I look forward to seeing what, Bryce Benhart puts together for Nebraska. And then at right tackle, the number 2 right tackle position, we have the 6'6", 325-pound redshirt freshman, Tyler Knack. Haven't seen much of Tyler, but being a redshirt freshman, once again, you've heard these backups for Nebraska, freshman, redshirt freshman. Just there's a lot of youth on this offensive line. And once again, if you can get Tyler Knack, number 75, if you can get him in a few of these games early and get him some experience in 1 or 2, what I would think is if you could get him in 1 or 2, if there's no injuries, and get them through the year, maybe just playing the 4 games where they can. But being a redshirt freshman, I guess it's not as much saving his, but so you could, play him, as much as possible and get as much experience for this offensive line for these young guys. That'd be huge. And that's why I just keep on going back. If we can get, a blowout game, Louisiana Tech, maybe somebody like that, where we can get some playing time for these young guys, it's just going to help Nebraska football so much going forward. And now we're going to move on to the tight end position. And we've got Nate Burketcher and or Thomas Fedoni. We have Burketcher wearing number 87. He's from Aurora, Nebraska. 6'5", 245 pounds. As I was talking to Adam Carricker a couple of days back, I think that Nate Burketcher is going to be that probably that first down, second down guy. Really good, able to block. Also has that ability to make the catch, to get downfield. I always go back to saying that tight end is very important and crucial to this offense, because it seems like watching college football, you do not see the tight ends being covered all that much. So I look for Nate Burkhead to really make some noise on this Nebraska team. And then you got number 24, Thomas Fedoni, the tight end, sophomore, 6'6", 250 from Council Bluffs. What I say about Thomas Fedoni is if he's healthy and can stay healthy, he has all the potential to be, a great tight end in Nebraska football history. And I think he'd want to be to have that bestowed upon him. To think that I know a lot of people are like, well, he's hurt all the time, but he still has that in him to be great. And I think that's what he wants to be. And I think the sky's the limit for this guy. And you just hope he stays healthy. If he stays healthy and gets all that confidence back, Thomas Fedoni is going to be a big player for Nebraska this year. Now we're going to move on to the slot receiver, and we got the transfer from Virginia. We got number 1, Billy Kemp. I think Billy Kemp's going to be the leader of this receiving squad. He's got the experience. He's got the age. I just think that he's going to be that maybe a safety blanket for a quarterback, Jeff Sims, to look at, when he gets in trouble. I think he's going to be in the right spot. We know that, just his knowledge of the playbook and just what he brings to Nebraska. So Billy Kemp, 5'9", 180, senior, number 1. And then at second string, we got Josh Fleeks, the 6 foot, 205 pound senior, the transfer, number 11, super fast. I think this is one of those guys that he's going to bring that big play to Nebraska football. And that's going to be huge. That's going to be really huge for Nebraska because with the loss of like the Xavier Betzes, Joshua Fleeks can bring that big play to the Nebraska offense. So I like Josh Fleeks there. And he'll be wearing number 11. So number 11, Josh Fleeks. And now we're going to move on to wide receiver. And this is kind of the surprising one. We got the 6'2", 205 pound sophomore from Omaha, number 84, Alex Bullock. Probably would not have been on your bingo chart for starters for Nebraska football to start the 2023 campaign. But Alex Bullock just seems like he's one of those guys, he's going to be in the right spot, aggressive blocker, able to make some plays. The big play capabilities I'm not sure about, but he kind of reminds me, Nebraska fans, I go back a few years, but maybe like that Todd Peterson type receiver, sure-handed, making, big plays on third down. It'll be fun to see, how he progresses and if he's able to keep that spot. But we got Alex Bullock starting at wide receiver. And then at second string right now, we have number 16, Marcus Washington, the 6'2", 190 pound senior. Remember, he transferred up from Texas last year. He's battled some injuries. He had the hand injury to begin the fall. I think Marcus Washington, when it's all said and done, will be the starting receiver at this position. I think just the amount of experience that he brings to this team is going to be gigantic. And I just think that he's set to have a really big year. And I think he gets forgotten about as maybe one of those big play players for Nebraska. But I got Marcus Washington, number 16. And then we'll move on to the other wide receiver spot. And we got number 82, IGC, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. He'll be wearing number 82 for Nebraska. He's back. As we recall last year, he played the first couple games. Things kind of fell out with the coaching staff and him. And he decided, that it was time for him to move on. But the new coaching staff came in. He was still out there looking for a school. They spoke. And I think that Isaiah Garcia Castaneda returning back, that's huge for Nebraska. Even though he wasn't there the entire year last year, he does have some experience, playing in front of a big crowd. He had that touchdown in Ireland. And I look for big things out of IGC this year. I think he's going to really want to make some strides. And you also got to know that he's got another year left. So that's huge for IGC. So I look for big things, and just his return, he's going to be ready. Like Nori, they've been away from the game for a while. They're ready to get back. So look for some, big plays out of IGC. And now we're going to move on. And he wears number 82, by the way. And then the second string receiver right now is Ty Hahn from Johnson, Nebraska, number 17. Once again, You've heard Coach Rule talk a lot about Tyhan and Bullock this fall as guys that have, they've done everything right, to get playing time and to be up there on the depth chart. So it'll be fun to, see Tyhan get his chance. The Nebraska boy, he's going to be an aggressive blocker downfield, and that's really going to be fun to watch also. So Tyhan, number 17. And now we're going to move to quarterback. And at quarterback, we got the transfer from Georgia Tech. We got number 7. We got Jeff Sims. Hey, what can you say? The sky is the limit talent-wise for Jeff Sims. Matt Rule, has mentioned that he has that opportunity to be an NFL quarterback. He's got those type of tools in his toolbox, but it's just a matter of, staying within himself. Don't go for things that are not there. And I think that coaching up would be a huge part in that, and the play calling. I think Satterfield, will get him comfortable with the offense, maybe some short passes early, get that run game going. If you get that run game going, it'll make that passing game so much better. But I like Jeff Sims. I just like the size that he brings, the arm strength, the mobility. He's, like I said, he's got all the tools, and I'm really looking forward to watching number 7 take the field tomorrow night at 7:00. So number 7, Jeff Sims. And then we got another and/or situation. We got number 10, Heinrich Harburg, I believe from Kearney. Let me check. Yep, from Kearney, sophomore, wearing number 10, Heinrich Harburg. I think Heinrich Harburg, we'll see him. Will he be under center? I think there'll be some packages for him. I don't know why I continue to think this, but I just think Heinrich Harburg has that Tyson Hill effect that he can bring to this offense, where maybe Coach Satterfield can put him into some positions, to take advantage of the defenses. Maybe it is a quarterback, bringing him in and running a quarterback draw, or just some special, special plays for him. I continue to think that, and we'll see if that comes to fruition or not. But Heinrich Harburg, number 10. And then at the quarterback from Chandler, Arizona, we got sophomore Chubba Purdy, number 12. I think if something, God forbid, happens to Jeff Sims, I still think that Chubba Purdy would be the number 2 guy that would come in. I know that he had a rough year last year at Nebraska. A lot of that, though, I felt like he was put in situations where it was tough for him to succeed. But I think having that just year under his belt, playing in front of a crowd, but also what a lot of people forget is his brother is Brock Purdy. He's been able to hang out with Brock in that NFL way and seeing how his brother performs, and I think that helps a player being around that, and throwing. I'm sure he's throwing to his share of NFL receivers. It's just just that brotherly. So I look forward to seeing what Chubba Purdy does this year for Nebraska, and he'll be wearing number 12. Now we're going to move on to the running backs. I just like to call it the I back, just for old school Nebraska's sake. The I back, running back, whatever, but I backs for me all day long. We got the starter from Buford, Georgia, number 22, 6 foot, 220 sophomore, Gabe Irvin Jr. He's a year off a knee injury. I really think that this is his breakout year. I thought his freshman year, he was really coming on strong. I thought last year, he was getting over that knee injury. I think this year he's forgot all about the knee injury. I look for big things out of Gabe Irvin. Gabe Irvin Jr. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see Gabe Irvin step on the field Thursday night. I think he's up for a really big game and a big season. And then at running back, we got number 14. We got the junior, number 14, Ramir Johnson. And now this is a name for Husker fans we thought we were going to see a lot of last year, and it was crickets. And I'm just glad to see Ramir Johnson back in the fold. I think he's had a year. It was a year where I feel bad for him, but it's a year that he got a rest for those legs, and I think he's going to be ready to go. I look for some big plays on third down out of the backfield from this man, Ramir Johnson. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to see him in action. And then you got the other I-back. I'm saying I-back, sorry. Number 23, Anthony Grant, the 5'11", 205-pound senior. Anthony Grant, I think still can have a huge season. I know a lot of people are like, well, he's number 3 on the depth chart. I get that, but you can't take away what he did last year, close to 1,000 yards rushing. He's going to have his opportunities. So if you're a big Anthony Grant fan and you're upset right now that he's number 3, don't be upset. Don't be upset. He's going to have his opportunities, and he's going to have a chance, to be very productive for Nebraska. So just hang in there. He'll be there. Don't worry about it. So just be, like I say, he's going to make his mark. Coach Rules talked about the players, and he might not be, starting right now, but you're going to have that opportunity. And when he does, I think he's going to take it and he'll really run with it. So, and then we got the redshirt freshman, number 21, Emmett Johnson from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Emmett Johnson, he's on there. He's another one. I think that you want to get some games early in the season where we can get him some playing time, just to get used to the feel of the college game. So Emmett Johnson at I-back, number 21. And then what puts a smile on every Nebraskan's face? The fullback starting, and or situation. At fullback, we got number 12, Janarian Bonner, the redshirt freshman from Ellenwood, Georgia. It's fullback. It's Janarian Bonner. We saw him in the spring game. He's going to be that bruising blocker, maybe not, but he's going to be able to take screen passes. He's going to be able to run the ball, and it'll be fun to watch Janarian play. And then you've got the number 37, the transfer from Notre Dame, Barrett Liebentritt, the 6 foot, 235 smasher. He said it in his press conference. He's ready to hit people, and I'm ready to watch. I'm ready to watch some ISOs, and seeing that fullback lead into the hole, and give our I-backs a chance to read a fullback, which they have not, had that opportunity to do in the last several years. So Barrett Liebentritt, I expect to see a lot of Barrett Liebentritt. So, all right, now we will move on to the special teams. We have a couple minutes before our first break, so we'll knock out the special teams. Or maybe a couple of the special teams, then maybe we'll have to go to a commercial. But we got the place kicker. We got another and/or situation. We got number 33, Tristan Alvano from Omaha, the true freshman. And we got last year's kicker, number 38, Timmy Bleekrode from Atlanta, Georgia, the junior. I think right now, Tristan Alvano will be the first kicker out. How he performs, I think it's his job to lose. I know Timmy, he kicked well for Nebraska last year, no complaints at all. But I think Tristan Alvano is that guy that can be one of the very special kickers in Nebraska. That way you look back at the Alex Henrys, the Chris Browns, the Drew Browns, the Josh Browns. He's one of those guys that I think that might be able to be in that position right there. So Tristan Alvano, 33, Bleekrode, 38. And then a punter, we got the junior, number 18, Brian Buscini. I think Brian Buscini has a chance to be all Big Ten. I'll just throw it out there right now. And then you got backing him up, Timmy Bleekrode. And, what do you say about Timmy Bleekrode? He can punt and kick. That's a weapon right there. He's going to be around. Like Coach Will said, there's always that opportunity that he's going to have a chance. So I hope he just, stays the course. And I think Timmy Bleekrode will have his chances this year. So that pretty much wraps up the offense and the place kicker and the punter. What we'll do now is we'll throw it to break. When we come back, we'll start with the defense, and then we'll just round it out from there. This is the Wide Road Raff on 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll be right back.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's efforts. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planning season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com. You know that feeling after a good, hearty meal? The worries of the world just slip away. Time slows down. Nothing but good times and good company. That's what you get with Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Mary Ellen's does food right, with a menu that includes smoked wings, pulled pork, brisket, catfish. And don't sleep on their sides, shrimp and grits, collard greens, baked beans. It's food that makes your heart happy. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul, just east of 27th and Pineland. Let them fix you a plate.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is the Wide World of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Wednesday. We are 23 and a half hours out now from Nebraska football against Minnesota. We'll go to the defense now. Segment will be a little bit faster, so we might have to go a bit faster. Sorry I spoke so much in the first segment, but as you all know, if you listen to The Drive every day, on 93.7 The Ticket. I love my offense, and it's hard to take that out of me. Coach Chad Kendall there in Waverly is probably upset with me because he loves his defense, but he knows I'm an offensive guy, so that's what happens sometimes. So we'll go to the defense. We'll go to the Black Shirts. We'll go to the Huskers. We're going to start out at the defensive depth chart, and we got defensive end Ty Robinson, the 6'6", 310-pound end. All I can say about Ty Robinson is he's due. He is due. I think he is going to have an amazing year. Number 9 now. He got the single digit. I just think that Ty Robinson is destined for greatness, and I think this is the year where he comes out and he takes that greatness. So I'm saying it right now. My pick to click is Ty Robinson, the 6'6", 310-pound junior from Gilbert, Arizona. And then his backup is number 93, Kai Wallen, just sophomore. Get up early, get this guy some playing time. And like Coach White has said, that he wants to bring waves. So I think Kai Wallen's going to get in there early, and he's going to have a chance to make differences too. So at defensive end, you got Kai Wallen, 93. And then at defensive tackle, you got number 0. You got the polar bear. You got Nash Hutmacher, the 6'4", 330 junior from South Dakota. What do you say about this? If you wear the number 0 in college football and you're a defensive lineman, you got to make plays because the camera's on you. So I think the Nash Hutmacher is going to make some plays for this Nebraska football team this year. He knows it. We know it. He's wearing that 0, and that's like a target on your back. So I'm excited to see what he does with that number 0. So, and then his backup is going to be the sophomore Raquan Buckley, number 88. I think Raquan Buckley is another one of those guys that's going to be in early. Also, they're going to come in waves. They're going to keep that defensive line fresh. So I look for Raquan Buckley to make a lot of big plays on this defensive line. I know a lot of people are worried about the defensive line, but I think this is an opportunity for the defensive line to step up and really show a lot of people that they have a lot of youth and they can really be counted on to be, a great part of this Nebraska defense. So Raquan Buckley, number 88. And then at defensive end, we got another Andor situation. We got number 97, Blaze Gunnerson, the sophomore from Carroll, Iowa. And then you got the freshman from Staten Island, New York, Cam Linhart. Cam Linhart, number 91. Once again, Blaze Gunnerson looks huge in his pictures. You can tell the weight room. He's been there. He hasn't missed many weight room sessions. And then you got the freshman. You got Cam Linhart, who, I think that this is one of those freshmen that he's going to make an impact on this defense. I know he's a true freshman. Maybe we're putting too much on him, but I really think that Cam Linhart and Blaze Gunnerson are, can really bring some pressure to the quarterback, and we know that's what Coach White wants to do is put some pressure on. So I'm excited to watch these two young men play. And then at linebacker, we got number 4. We got Luke Reimer, 6'3", 215-pound junior. What can you say about Luke Reimer? He's just fought through. He's fought through things. He's went from a walk-on now, to one of the leaders of the defense. So Luke Reimer, number 4. And then you got the junior linebacker from Omaha. You've got John Bullock, 6 foot, 220, wearing number 5. Second string linebacker, yes, but he got a single digit number. So his teammates know, that John Bullock is out there, grinding and playing a tough, hard-nosed brand of football. And so it's really cool to see John Bullock with that number 5. And then at linebacker, we got number 3 from Omaha. We got Nick Henrich, the junior. I know a lot's been said about him not having a black shirt. The thing is about that is it's Nick Henrich, what he's been through over the last year, the injuries he's faced, to get that single digit number 3, the respect of his teammates. I will say this right now, that Nick Henrich will have a black shirt within the first 2 weeks, if not the first week of the season. So after the Minnesota game, I fully expect Nick Henrich to have a black shirt. That's just how confident I am and just how excited he is to get back healthy on the field this year. And then another guy that I think he's going to make an impact too is Javen Wright, number 33, the junior from Chandler, Arizona, another player whose father played for Nebraska. If you remember Toby Wright, I think Javen Wright is going to make an impact, and it will not just be on defense. I think it will be on special teams. I think you're going to see maybe a couple block kicks from Javen Wright. You're just going to see this man continue to flourish that we saw last year at the end of the year. And so I look for a big year out of Javen Buddha Wright. So keep your eye on Javen Wright. Then we got the jack linebacker position. We got number 14. We got and 48. We have another and/or situations. We got Chief Borders and MJ Sherman. Number 14, Chief Borders. Number 48, MJ Sherman. Borders, recall, came from Florida. Sherman came from Georgia. These two guys, I think, need to make a big impact on Nebraska. They're big, physical, big guys. And I think that both of them can make a huge impact. Now we go back again, Coach White, talking about he wants the team to be fresh. If these two guys can make an impact, if both of them can make an impact, it's going to help Nebraska's defense, just bringing that physical brand of football, which, Nebraska fans were so used to seeing back in the 90s. And I think that these two guys are those type of specimens where they can come out and play a very physical brand of football. So I'm looking forward to number 14 Borders and number 48 MJ Sherman. And then we're going to move to the number 3 or number 2, from Mobile, Alabama. We got Jamari Butler, number 10, 6'4", 245-pound sophomore from Mobile, Alabama. Remember Jamari, he had put his name in the transfer portal and then decided to come back. I think Jamari Butler is going to have some sacks this year. I think off the edge, he's going to be dangerous. I think Coach White's going to put him in some packages, to get him, a chance to where he can pressure the quarterback. So keep your eye on Jamari Butler, even though I know it's number 3, I guess, or 2A or whatever on the depth chart. I think Jamari Butler will definitely have that opportunity to make an impact on this Nebraska defense. So keep your eyes out for Jamari. And then we'll move to cornerback. We've got the newly minted number 6, Quentin Newsome, the senior. He wanted number 6. He got number 6. I think Quentin Newsome has that opportunity to make the strides to get to the next level. He's going to have a big year for Nebraska. Just excited for him. Watching the show that the university put out just about his leadership and the way he's helping DiCaprio Boodle, and I just like his outlook on the season, and I just really am excited to watch Quentin Newsome play number 6. And I think he makes a run for possible Big Ten, first or second team Big Ten, and he'll make that jump to the NFL because I think he's that good. And then at second string cornerback, we got number 31. We got Tommy Hill, the junior. Tommy Hill last year kind of got put in maybe over his head a little bit, maybe rushed in, maybe when things started to happen, when you could have stood by him, you kind of aborted him too fast. But I really think that Tommy Hill is going to have a bounce back year this year. And not only just on defense, I think on special teams. I think he's a special athlete with a lot of talent. And I'm really excited to see Tom, and I'm really glad that Tommy Hill decided to stay and not enter the transfer portal. So Tommy Hill, keep your eye on this guy. I definitely am. Every time I see 31 on the field, I think you're on the verge of a big play. I thought there were a couple returns last year where he was on the verge of, taking it to the house. But I'm excited to see Tommy Hill play this year. And I think putting him at defense, keeping him at defense, I think that's going to be huge for Nebraska football. And now we move on to the Rover. We got number 2, Isaac Gifford from Lincoln Southeast, the junior. Everything from the coaches that you've heard from Isaac Gifford has been amazing. Team leader, just sets the tone for Nebraska. Got that Nebraska grit, I guess you would say. But I'm looking for Isaac Gifford. He's always in the right places. I'm just excited to see, what Isaac Gifford brings to the table. So keep your eyes out for that Southeast Night. Hey, what's up, Knights? Isaac Gifford, because I think he's on the verge of a really good season. And then you got his backup, number 37, Phelan Sanford. Number 37. What do you say about this guy? Walk-on senior from Bancoman, Nebraska. He's been through it all, and he's fought through it, and he's put himself, in there to get some playing times. So it's always, cool to see Phelan Sanford and what he's done for Nebraska football, and hopefully he can cap off his career with the bowl game. And I think that'd be really special for him. And then also, I don't have his number on me, but I wouldn't mention him, but I think Eric Fields, the freshman from Oklahoma, I don't know what their plans are with him, if they want to redshirt him this year, but look to see him on the field a little bit also, especially if Nebraska gets the lead, and he's just a tackling machine. So it's going to be fun to watch him play, and definitely if he's playing that rover position still, I'm excited to watch him take the field. And he's that freshman from Oklahoma that we'd seen a lot about. So then we're going to move to safety, and we have got number 12 from Minneapolis. We got the senior Omar Brown. 6'1", 200. Another one. He's ready to go. I think he's ready to have a really big season. Haven't heard a ton of complaints about his play or anything like that. So I think that Omar Brown is going to be one of those guys that can make an impact on this defense, and maybe a couple interceptions from the safety position this year. Anything to spark that offense and get some field position. So Omar Brown. Number 12, and then his backup is the sophomore Kobe Bretz, number 26 from Omaha, Nebraska. Kobe's another guy. He's worked his way up the depth chart, and he's got himself in a spot where he's going to get some playing time, and it'll be cool. I keep on saying cool, but I think it'd be really good, to get Kobe, some more playing time. I think it's huge, to get a game where maybe Nebraska can get up and get these guys on the field just so they can get their feet wet with big time college football. So you got Kobe Bretz at the number 2 safety, and then you move up to the other safety position. You got Deshaun Singleton, and as you recall, Deshaun Singleton will take on the single digit number 8. 6'3", 205-pound junior, number 8. He looks the part. He looks like a big time college safety, and I'm excited to watch him play. The coaches have raved about just how the strides he's made since Coach Rule and his staff have been here, and I'm really excited to see Deshaun Singleton step up. If you remember Miles Farmer, this is the position where he left to go to Syracuse. So I'm hoping that Deshaun Singleton steps right in, and there's no really any talk of, man, I wish we could have had Farmer this year. And I think that Deshaun Singleton is ready to step up and take that position. So Deshaun Singleton, number 29, and then at the backup we have from Miami, Florida, the sophomore, number 34, Corey Collier Jr. I think Corey Collier Jr. has got that experience. I think he can step right in for Deshaun Singleton and be productive for Nebraska. I think this is one of those positions, even though we lost Farmer, I think with Collier and Singleton there, I think Nebraska's good to go there at that safety spot. And then we're going to move on to the cornerback, and we have number, I think he's still, just want to make sure I don't mess up. Yep, number 13. I wasn't sure if Malcolm Hartzog got a single-digit number or not, but Malcolm Hartzog's on the verge, I think, of being an All-Big Ten defensive back for Nebraska. He's a sophomore this year, had an excellent freshman year, so keep your eye on Malcolm Hartzog. And then you got the true freshman, number 40, Dwight Boodle. I think I called him DiCaprio Boodle. Yeah, I did. I'm sorry, Dwight. That was meant Dwight, but I said DiCaprio. I apologize for that, but Dwight Boodle, the true freshman from Miami, Florida, number 2 on the depth chart. So it'd be really cool to watch this guy and, get some leads in Nebraska, get these guys in the game, get them their experience. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll throw it to our last break. This is the Wide Road to Raff on 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll be right back.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
Problem gambling affects more than the gambler. It affects spouses, children, extended family members, and friends. If you are a loved one who's struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 476-2300.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. Sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Our sales, precision ag, parts, and service teams are ready to serve you this planting season. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like getting new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best we can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. We're on the brink of spring cleanups for all of our existing customers and have limited spots left. We trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give us a call today at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of our designers and get ready for Tailored Life's grand opening in Bennett.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is the Wide World of Raff on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Wednesday night, and we're less than 24 hours out from Nebraska versus Minnesota and PJ Fleck in Minnesota tomorrow night. Man, I am so ready for this. So we're going to wrap up this depth chart now, and then we'll be ready to go come game time on Thursday. We got the kickoff man. We got Brian Buschini, number 18. What can you say about this guy? He's a punter. He's a kicker. And we hope we get some touchbacks out of there. It'll be interesting to see, what they do with, Pooch Case trying to pin people in deep. But they got that whole fair catch rule and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what the kicking game is for Nebraska this year. But yeah, Buschini, he's got a year under his belt. And then he'll also be doing the holding. And this will be interesting for him, number 18, just for the fact that if you have Alvano and Bleak Road, and you know that he's used to holding for Bleak Road, if there'll be any difference for him holding with Alvano. Usually it's most kickers are all the same, get the strings out and let them fire away. So you got Brian Buschini as the holder. And then the long snappers, you got Marco Ortiz, the senior from Virginia. I believe he transferred in from Florida, wearing number 45, Marco Ortiz. And then you also got the sophomore from Grand Blanc, Michigan, number 96, Camden Witucky. For Camden, it's like learn as much from Marco Ortiz as you possibly can, so you'll be ready to step in, here in another year. So Marco Ortiz, the transfer from Florida. And then you got the kickoff return men. Right now, the kickoff return men is you got the redshirt freshman so they have them number 22 and number 21 on. I wonder what he'll be. I just noticed it's on the depth chart that Nebraska released it. He's 21 on the running back side, but 22 on the return side. So I guess this will be something that we'll have to see on the first game. But Emmett Johnson, the redshirt freshman, kickoff return man, set the tone in Nebraska. If you have a chance to return the ball, put up some positive yards. Be smart returning the ball. But definitely anytime you can get positive, start at the 35 or the 40, that's much better than the 25. So Emmett Johnson, number 22 or 21, home and away jerseys like the old school days. And then you got number 14, Ramir Johnson. You recall Ramir Johnson last year, they had him in the front lines blocking and like, oh, he's such a great teammate, which that was amazing what he did last year. That he was that type of teammate that he said, yeah, I probably should be returning kicks, but I'm going to come up and I'm going to block for my teammates. I mean, that just says so much about, Ramir Johnson, the football player. So it's going to be pretty cool to see him actually have a chance now with those fresh legs and returning some balls this year. So pretty cool, Ramir Johnson. I commend you for everything he went through last year because it had to be tough, and for you to stay and contribute. I'm just excited for what you have, in store this year. And then at punt returner, we got the senior, number 1, Billy Kemp. Like I said, Billy Kemp, he's going to be a leader, not only on offense, but on special teams. And then also keep your eyes out again for Tommy Hill, number 31. I think Billy Kemp is going to be that sure-handed return guy. If you don't want no chance of any type of fumble or anything crazy happening back there, Billy Kemp's that guy who's sure-handed. And the first thing you want to do is possess the football. So Billy Kemp will be back there, but keep your eyes out for Tommy Hill. I really think Tommy Hill, kickoff return, punt return, I think he's going to somehow, some way make an impact, and they're going to get him back there. He's got the big playability. I know last year was rough for him, but I really think that Tommy Hill is, really on the verge of, doing something really special for Nebraska and being that guy that we'll look to for big plays. So that right there, that concludes the depth chart. We took a look, we looked at the numbers, the numbers. So now it's just a matter of Nebraska stepping on the field tomorrow, playing a nice physical game of football against Minnesota, playing within themselves, and not a lot of penalties. Just play hard-nosed Nebraska football, and I think everything else will take care of itself. I hope you enjoyed this depth chart outlook for Nebraska football, and we will talk to you tomorrow on The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. But thanks again for listening to the Wide World of Raff every week. I appreciate y'all so much. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody, or a great night. Take care.
Hey there.
Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
Remember we told Jamie and Mike about Liberty First Credit Union, how great their checking account and car loans are, the amazing service we get, and how we love being members?
Yeah.
Well, they took our advice. Jamie said how easy it was to move all their accounts and become members. Now they say they're banking with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union.
Learn more about being a member at libertyfirstcu.com. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Member NCUA.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professional